In this lecture, we'll be taking a look at how to make use of React hooks in our newly created React application. The first thing that we'll be doing over here is importing these two, use state and use effect. Now, use state is basically used for setting the state, and use effect is used for data loading. Over here, you can see that I have taken a variable called data, which is going to be representing our state over here, and then a function set data. Now, this function set data will be setting the state for this variable data. Initially, we're making use of this use state function to set the initial state of the data as an empty array. Then we are creating a function using use effect, and as I mentioned, use effect is used for data loading. So here the whole function gets called first and then the component is rendered. So here use effect, and then we are saying that inside that we have this fetch data function, which is an asynchronous function, and this is making API call to Flickr API, and we are then retrieving the result from the API. After that, we are getting it as a JSON, and then here in the set data we are setting the data state as result.photos.photo. Now, photo over here is a collection of photos that we get from Flickr API, and that is what we are setting as data. Now, once this is complete, we are immediately calling this function fetch data, and as you can see that when this use effect gets called, we are initially passing an empty array so that this does not go into an infinite loop. Now, once fetch data is called, obviously it is going to set the state of the data to this collection of photos, and all we have to do after that is loop through or iterate through that set of images that we have received. Now here you can see that I've created this inside the JSX syntax, div.map, then image, and here I'm saying image, setting alt over here for the image as an ID of the image itself, and then I'm creating the URL of each image. So here I'm saying image.form, and then server, image ID, and the secret. All these data points we are getting from the API itself, and then the file extension. So this way, when we'll be executing this application, as you can see over here, we are getting the images from the Flickr API. Then we reload it, and there you go. You can see that all these images are coming from Flickr API.